The I-bonds 2022 interest rate just changed to 9.62% in May, and it was just officially announced on the official US government site treasurydirect.gov. If you want to know all about I-bonds, be sure to watch this video where I maxed out my I-bonds purchase for the year while it was still 7.12%. And if you want to know how the 9.62% I-bond inflation rate was calculated, be sure to watch this video. Links to both videos are in the video description. In today's video, I'm going to go over why you might want to wait until October to buy the new I-bond, assuming you haven't already maxed out for the year. I'm also going to give a few reasons why you might just want to buy the I-bond now instead of waiting until October. All this right after. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Learn to invest like a wolf at your own risk. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Nguyen and I'm the founder of Wolves of Investing. If you're new, I talk about stocks, SPACs, Bitcoin, options, and anything on my mind related to investing. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom through investing, be sure to click on that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't yet. And please remember to drop a like on this video if you enjoy it, as it truly helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Why should we wait until October to buy the new I-bond that's paying 9.62%? If you watch my previous videos, you know that we get paid the current I-bond rate for 6 months regardless of what month we buy it in. So if we buy it in May, we get the 9.62% rate until November. If we buy in June, we get that rate until December. And even if we wait all the way until October, we'll still get the 9.62% rate until April of 2023. What we also know is that we can calculate the next I-bond inflation rate using the CPIU values from September and March. Right now, there's no crystal ball that can tell us what the inflation rate will be from March 2022 until September 2022. It could be over 9% again, it could be 5%, it could even be 0%. So if we wait until October, we will know for sure what the September CPIU is and can then calculate what the I-bond inflation interest rate will change to in November. Because of this, if we wait until October, we can calculate how much interest we'll earn in the first 12 months from the I-bond. For example, let's say that October comes around and the September CPIU compared to the March CPIU gives an annualized inflation rate of 5%. Now remember, an I-bond must be held for at least 12 months, and if we hold the I-bond for less than 5 years, we lose the last 3 months of interest payments. Also, we can invest as little as $25 into an I-bond, and we can even spread our investments out over time. But for this example, to keep it simple, I'm going to assume that $10,000 is invested into the I-bond all at once. And I'm going to assume that we hold the I-bond for at least 15 months so that we get the first 12 months of interest, even if we decide to hold it for less than 5 years. $10,000 at 9.62% for the first 6 months pays us the interest of $962 divided by 2, which is $481. That gives us a new balance of $10,481, which is then reinvested at the new interest rate of 5%. 5% of the new balance is worth $524.05, which we divide by 2 since it's for 6 months, which gives us $262.03. We add that to our balance to get a new total of $10,743.03. So that would be a 7.43% interest rate for the first 12 months, assuming that the interest rate changes to 5% in November. To save you all some time, I made this table that will give the 12 months interest rate for every 1% increment from 0% to 15%. For example, if the rate changes to 0% in November, the first 12 months interest would be 4.81%. For 1%, it would be 5.33%, and so on and so forth until we get to 15%, in which case it would be 12.67%. Just remember that this table assumes we hold the I bond for at least 15 months so that we get the full first 12 months of interest. The only case where we don't need to hold it for at least 15 months is if the November rate goes to 0%, since losing 3 months of interest at 0% is a loss of 0. So as we can see, even in the worst case, if the November I bond rate goes to 0%, the minimum rate we'd get for the first 12 months is 4.81%, which is not that bad considering that high interest savings accounts are currently paying around 0.6%, and 1-year CDs are currently paying around 1.2%. So the main reason to wait until October to buy the new I bond at 9.62% is that we can be fairly certain what our first 12 months interest rate will be at that time. And then we can decide for ourselves if that rate is worth it. What are some reasons why we might just want to buy the I bond now rather than wait until October? The first reason is if we're perfectly content with getting a minimum interest rate of 4.81% for the first 12 months. If that's the case, then it doesn't matter if we buy it now, next month, wait until October, or whenever. So if we're happy with that minimum rate, then it might be best to just go ahead and lock it in. A second reason, which is somewhat related to the first, is that our 12-month holding restriction will end sooner. If we wait until October, then we'll have to wait all the way until October of 2023 before we can make any withdrawals. But if we buy in May, we're only going to have to wait until May of next year. A third reason is that we might just forget when October comes around and miss out completely. If you have a tendency of trying to maximize every opportunity only to miss out because life gets in the way, and I've definitely been guilty of this, which is why I'm bringing it up, then you might as well just take advantage of the rate as soon as possible, rather than be penny wise and pound foolish. All right, so thank you for making it to the end of my video. If you want more insights into my portfolios, or if you want to just support the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon. A link is in the video description. And as always, a huge thank you to the awesome patrons that have already joined. And also be sure to check out my free Discord to talk about SPACs, Bitcoin, stocks, and other investments with other members of the Wolves of Investing community. A link is also in the video description. All right, so let me know what you think about I bonds. Are you gonna buy now or wait until October? Drop me a line in the comments. Be sure to leave a like on this video before leaving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.